Hey everyone, and thank you so much for taking your time today to watch this interview with the wonderful Somesh Kumar. Somesh, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you taking your time out in your busy schedule to be here to share a little bit about your coaching experience and your experience with Coaching Minds today. So a huge thank you, Somesh. Really, really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure to be here, Paul. Thank you so much.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. If you are tuned in and you have any questions, whether you're watching live now or you're watching the replay, please drop them below and I'll feed them in for Somesh so he can answer them for you. Looking forward to seeing what you guys have to ask Somesh today. And so we can open up Somesh and everybody can learn a little bit more about you. I'm just interested to know who is Somesh and what was it that got you into coaching?
Yes, so I am originally from a place in India called Kerala, which is the southern tip of India. And even though I'm from Kerala, my father was working in a central government service. So we were in different other parts of India, like Bangalore, which is again south, and Jabalpur in north. And then we came back to Hyderabad, which is again in south. And then after that, in the year 2000, I came to Ireland and I've been working as a kind of software developer, and then I'm doing the various leadership roles at the moment in terms of uh, product development leader and program manager role in a telecom company here. So in terms of coaching, what it is quite like I've always been in terms of understanding the psychological aspects, even from my own perspective, uh, to understand, why I behave in a particular way and what are the things that trigger me to behave in one way rather than the other way, things like that. I always am interested, have been interested in these kind of topics. And so the psychological aspects of our behavior, I think that kind of really influenced me. And also in terms of trying to practice the principles of being in the present, rather than brooding over the past or always being in the future and planning for the future. So trying to be in the present, and these concepts are something that I try and practice as much as I can in my daily life. And that's why I kind of thought that I could add value to another person if I go in the direction of coaching. And I actually am doing some leadership mentoring as well in a platform called Plateau. It is called. They are a platform that provide leadership mentoring to different companies who would like to do that. So I'm doing that as well, along with the job that I do, and I'm trying to start a kind of coaching business, but I've not been able to give too much time to it. So I got a Facebook page and all, but yeah, I don't have any client as such at the moment. So that's where I am.
No, wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that, Somesh, because you do a lot of brilliant work, and I'm sure you might talk about it in a little bit. But your sessions that you've done for us at Coaching Minds have been absolutely wonderful around leadership as well. So really great that you're doing some leadership mentoring. And the other thing you do as well, you do a lot of work with Toastmasters too, if I'm right.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
and you've won various awards with them, and you really do a lot of public speaking too.
Yes, yes, yes. So I joined Toastmasters in end of 2014, and I kind of there is a kind of title which is called the Distinguished Toastmaster. That's the highest title. So I kind of achieved it across two curriculums. They had a legacy curriculum, and then they have a new curriculum called Pathways, which is mainly based on leadership related topics, like dynamic leadership, effective coaching. They have visionary communication, team collaboration. So they have all these different kinds of paths which we can practice our skills on. So yeah, so I did the distinguished Toastmaster in the Pathways as well. Yeah, along with the legacy curriculum. It's an interesting experience because it really helps. It provides a very supportive environment in terms of public speaking, and it's like a peer-based educational model. There's no one really going through lectures or topics like that. People just come in, they prepare their speeches, they do the leadership roles, and they practice while they're doing things. So it's quite a good platform for public speaking and leadership skills development. Yeah.
Wonderful. No, excellent work. You do a lot of great work, Somesh. We've had
Thank you.
conversations in the past, so really wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that. We've got a few people tuned in. So we've got Madhurima tuned in. She's saying excited for another cool chat with a coach from Coaching Minds. Adele saying hello to us both. Coach Jane saying hello to us both as well. And Adele has a question. So Adele says, I liked your sessions and I'm wondering if you'll be speaking at the Coaching Minds Summit this year.
Thank you, Adele, for your kind words that you liked the session. Yes, absolutely. I'm really, uh, yeah, I'm enthusiastic to give another, share my thoughts on this year's Coaching Minds Summit as well. So I'd be looking forward to it. Thank you, Adele.
No, excellent. And your sessions were fantastic around leadership. You've done it for the past 2 years, and your acronyms still stick in my mind, Thrive and Lift. So you really make such an impact when you deliver those sessions. So thank you so much for that. Which kind of
Thanks.
leads me on to the next question, which might be linked, is what was it that attracted you to Coaching Minds?
Initial touch with Coaching Minds was through the summit. So I think when you a couple of years back, Paul, when we were in touch, and I really found the summit to be really very interesting in terms of what was shared by other coaches as well, and the very fact that I got an opportunity to share my topic as well was really I found it really helpful in terms of expressing my the thoughts on those topics and relating with the experience that I have in those areas. So that was the first time that I came to know about Coaching Minds, and then you had informed about that offer about that accreditation program, Paul. I think last time when I did the after the presentation that I did in the last summit, and I found it really like I think you're doing a great service. I really appreciate that you have this wonderful platform here for all the coaches, and I think it's like you're not. I can fully understand that you're not doing it, you know, purely for profit, which is really amazing. In the contemporary world, we don't have too many of those people who have the frame of mind that you have, Paul, and I would like to congratulate you for that. So I think that was what kind of attracted me towards Coaching Minds.
Thank you so much for that, Sumesh. I really appreciate it, and I'm so glad that is portrayed. So thank you so much. And because we're not in it for profit, we're in here to serve, and we're in here to help and collaborate with coaches to help them succeed. So thank you so much. We've got a question come in from Madhurima. Interesting question. What from the Coaching Mind certification has supported you in leadership coaching?
Yes, I would say it is the structure that the Coaching Minds has, and I think Paul, all your lessons that you have in terms of the whole sessions, it's just amazing. I can really appreciate you put in a lot of effort and time into those sessions that you have. And Madhurima, to answer your question, I would say it's all those lessons that Paul has in terms of from the beginning to the end, in terms of actually how you can create your own coaching business and run it. You got the whole wide spectrum of, first of all, trying to understand what coaching actually is, to the end of actually starting a business as a coach. I think there's huge amount of information available there, and I really found that really helpful in terms of my own development, personal as well as leadership development. Thanks, Madhurima, for the question.
Yeah, wonderful question, Madhurima. Thank you for that. And Sumesh, thank you again for those kind words. Really, really appreciate that. And glad that you've taken a lot from the program. Which kind of leads me next onto my next question is what is it that you've enjoyed most about our accredited program?
Yes, I think it's the material that you have, and I think you got a great platform in terms of the number of coaches as well. Like I have to be honest here, my interaction within the community has not been good, and I think I actually need to you know do a little bit more from my side to have more interaction with the coaches. But I really kind of appreciate that there is a structure around the whole course, and then there is a group of coaches who are working together and collaborating with each other. I think that's really amazing. I think all the different activities that you have across each month, and the number of international days that you're organizing, and you're spreading the message about those international days and trying to harness people to participate in those days. I think it's really amazing. So yeah, it's the whole ecosystem that you have built. I think it's just amazing. It's really great.
No, thank you so much, Somesh. I really, really, again, I appreciate the positive feedback and thank you for your honesty as well. But when you do show up, you're absolutely wonderful. Like I said, I love your sessions. I love your engagement. You're always full of wisdom and knowledge to share with people. So when you're in there, I really, really appreciate it. So thank you so much for what you have given to Coaching Minds so far. And I'm really glad that the international days, a few of other coaches have mentioned these, are connecting with them, with the coaches, and with the community as well, because we really want to have a bit of a wider social impact rather than just focus on coaching. How do we start to do more as a coaching profession? How do we do more as coaches that's going to serve society a little bit better or a little bit more? So I'm glad that's coming across as well. So thank you so much for that. Now I've just got 2 questions left for you, Somesh. If anybody else has any questions, please drop them in the comments box now. I know there's a little bit of lag between comments, so your chat time is now, so we can bring them in and ask Somesh. But the first question I have, Somesh, and you can be completely honest, I want our coaches to be honest here and authentic in these interviews, is would you recommend Coaching Minds to feature aspiring coaches? And if so, why?
Yeah, absolutely. I think as I said, the whole ecosystem that you have here, from the material and the information, which is actually going in a very systematic manner. I think it's really great. And then the whole uh, collaboration between the coaches and the platform that you have as well, the Coaching Minds platform. It's really great. I think the whole it's a great service that you are providing, and I would highly recommend any coach who would like to be part of this ecosystem to please come and have a look and join it. Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Somesh. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much again for the kind words. And my last question is back onto more about you. You shared some of the wonderful work you're already doing with regards to your full-time job and your coaching and your leadership mentoring. So what is next for you with regards to where you plan to take your coaching in the future?
Yeah, I have to admit that I'm not giving as much time as I should give, and I'm not taking that leap of faith, as they say, in terms of going to the next level in my coaching journey. So until and unless I do that, I think nothing substantial would happen. That's what I think. But my goal is to start helping people, and uh, and I'm sure there are lots of people who are looking out for help, but it's just a matter of connecting with them and helping them on their journey of their own personal and professional development. So it is basically trying to I think the goal would be to try and connect with those people who need the help and provide them that help. I think that's my goal.
No, wonderful. And are you looking to, and I'm not too sure if you have the answer to this, are you looking to work with leaders and managers in particular, or are you just looking for people who are interested in their personal growth and development?
It's actually a combination of both, I would say.
Excellent.
One of the things is I think uh, literally things are all interconnected. I think that's the kind of wonderful nature of the whole world we live in. We might actually think that we are all individuals and we are all separate from each other, but actually, even if you look at it from the perspective of quantum mechanics, the quantum mechanics very clearly says that we all are energies. Actually, matter itself is energy as well, but energy that is vibrating at a very low frequency. So at the end of the day, we are all energies and we are all interconnected with each other. And I think that way, uh, the leadership aspect is very closely related to our personal development as well. They are directly connected, because if we are not good as a person, then we cannot be a good leader as well. So I have a kind of a lot of thoughts in terms of the mindfulness parts as well, to understand how we can be mindful in our daily life, and be active listeners, because that's all important skills which are related to leadership. Even though, you know we could take each of them as separate ocean in itself, and go into the depths of it. But they are all interconnected with each other as well. So yeah, my main focus is on the leaders and even the executives, because executives are going through a lot of stress in their daily work. All the C type executives, as they say. But then, they, how do they come out of that stress? Because on a day to day basis, they're making so many important decisions, and they're dealing with so many people, and bringing the company to a vision and developing that vision. But that leaves a lot of that drains a lot of energy out of them. So I got thoughts in terms of helping the executives as well, in terms of helping them to understand how being mindful and being in the present can actually help, in terms of have continuing to have that energy to build the vision for the company. So yeah, there are a lot of things that I'm thinking about and wanting to do. It's just a matter of getting connected with the right people and helping them in their journey.
No, wonderful stuff, Somesh. It all sounds really great, and a lot of, like I mentioned earlier on, a lot of the stuff that you've shared in our global summits and the sessions that you've done here at Coaching Minds stick in my mind. You share a lot of really great, valuable wisdom for people. So I just want to encourage people, if you haven't met Somesh before, this is the first time, go out. Or our previous replays are in our hub. It's completely free, so go there, go to our global summit, check out Somesh. He's done some really wonderful work around leadership and mindfulness. So go and check that out. So again, Somesh, thank you so much for giving your time to deliver those sessions as well. They're really wonderful. And if you want to catch him live in action again, he will be, as you mentioned earlier on, speaking at our Global Summit later this year at the end of September. So again, Somesh, thank you for volunteering to speak there again. Really, really looking forward to it. Always look forward to your sessions. They're very engaging. I love the way you engage with people. You're very authentic, and you share a lot of great stuff and valuable things to take away to put into practice as well. So really like the way that you present. And we got a few comments and questions coming through. Madhurima saying, I second what Somesh shares. The structure of the program is really powerful, from understanding coaching ethics, huge. Not a lot of companies focus on this. Thank you so much, Madhurima. Then she goes on about how we've got cognitive coaching, building your business, tools and techniques for specific niches. It's the full package. Thank you so much, Madhurima, for those kind words and for sharing that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I think the range of material that you have is just amazing. It's I think it's actually trying to find time and get absorb that information is the most important thing that we as coaches have to do. Yeah,
no, definitely. Now, so thank you so much, Madhurima, for bringing and feeding that in. Somesh, thank you so much for your time today. Is there anything else you'd like to leave our viewers who are watching live now? We've got a fair few people in, so if you're tuned in, please say hi, don't be shy. Or anybody who's watching on the replay, any final words, Somesh?
it's really been great to talk with you, Paul, and to be in this wonderful Coaching Minds community. And, I really appreciate the platform that you're providing for all the coaches, and the amount of it's just amazing what we have in this platform, in this ecosystem, in this community. It's a matter of and the recent initiative that you had of, I saw your video where you were saying that try and connect with another person who you have not connected, and I think this is really great. I think you're really encouraging us to connect with each other as well, which is really important, I think, because that's how we will get to improve our network, and that's how we'll get to help more people, I think, if we network that way. So yes, it's just I would like to thank you very much for creating this amazing ecosystem where all the coaches can collaborate together and make the world a better place. I think at the end of the day, that's what we want to do.
No, and thank you so much, Somesh, and all our coaches as well who make this possible. An ecosystem doesn't work unless we have the coaches, the right coaches behind us that are connecting, that are collaborating, that bring that good energy to the space, and all our members as well that are taking part in what we do. So I just want to extend that thank you to absolutely everybody, especially yourself, Somesh. Really, really appreciate what you've done for us at Coaching Minds, and I'm really looking forward to where you're coaching unfolds even further than it is what you're doing right now. So thank you so much for your time today, Somesh. Really, really appreciate it. Really enjoyed this space to connect with you again. And thank you to everybody who's tuned in, asked some wonderful questions, and shared some beautiful comments. And if you are watching the replay, Somesh, I will tag you if anybody asks a question about you, so you can get back and answer the question. But I just want to wish everybody a wonderful day, evening, wherever you are in the world, and we'll speak soon. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Paul. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Take care.
Take care.